Hey everyone, apologies for the delay on this video. We are back. This video actually covers week 7 to 8 of this experiment, and there's a reason for that, which I will explain. But before we do, if you're new here, I'm Matt. I've been documenting my experience taking Tongkat Ali each week after a blood result that showed lower than ideal testosterone blood levels. If you're not new, hello. As I mentioned, I've got a bit of a different update today. First off, apologies for the delay. During week 7, I hit a bit of a rough patch. I actually went to a festival which I've had booked for a good 8 or 9 months. Nothing crazy, not like a weekend of debauchery or drinking or anything. But I did have abysmal sleep. And those in the campsite around me, they clearly did fall into the party category. And being a very light sleeper, I just couldn't relax. So I essentially had 72 hours, I think, where I ended up getting about 4 hours sleep in total. And then to make matters worse, after that, I just ended up getting quite ill for a few days. I think I've just been very run down, and honestly, I just didn't have it in me to film or upload during that time. Given that there wasn't really a huge amount to report on that would be, good for you guys, I decided to combine week 7 and week 8 into this update. Also, someone mentioned in the comments that they thought I'd started wearing hats in my video because the Tongkat Ali had made my hair fall out. So I'm happy to report that is not the case, as you can see. I'm just very lazy and I don't usually do my hair, but especially for you, the hat is off today. So anyway, let's talk about what's been happening. So for those of you who've been following along, you know that I've been experiencing a bunch of benefits from Tongkat. Just to quickly recap, I've been seeing sort of better mood, increased libido, improved sleep, less pain from old injuries, better gym performance and recovery, and just sort of feeling like myself again. But yeah, weeks 7 and 8 been a bit of a roller coaster, to be honest. Another rookie mistake I made when I was feeling ill. I accidentally took a double dose of Tongkat one day, which is not my finest moment. I realised pretty quickly what I'd done, but I decided to push back the following day's dose. I don't know if that's the right or wrong thing to do, but given that this brand is so highly dosed, it seemed like the logical thing to do in my mind. For those of you who aren't aware, by the way, the brand I'm taking is British Supplements. So yeah, this is all when I was still unwell, so my sleep again wasn't exactly great after this. But yeah, the day after that double dose, I had a bit of trouble concentrating. Very frustrating, really, as my sleep on the whole, it's been one of the best improvements that I've noticed since taking this. And it just took a real nosedive again. So I've had a lot of trouble sleeping, especially that double dose day as well. And after that, it was just restless. It wasn't very refreshing. I think I ended up getting about 2.5 hours sleep that night. So all in all, I had about 5 days of just utterly shit sleep, feeling run down, not related to Tongkat, but my body was just out of whack. I was overtired. It wasn't fun. As I've said like in previous videos, it really drove home how important the good sleep is and how much like Tongkat Ali seems to have been helping in that department when I've actually been taking it properly. Anyway, it's not all been bad news during these 2 weeks. Despite the sleep issues and brief illness, when I felt well again, my gym performance, for instance, has remained like pretty impressive to me. Even though I've been feeling a bit off, I've still been recovering quickly from workouts, pushing harder than I was months ago. And then as we moved into week 8, sort of things started to level out again. My sleep's improved. I got over the bug, and I've just started to feel like myself again. And as I've said before, like I do think I got over the illness pretty quickly, considering my throat and like nasal passage had that weird, horrible feeling at the back. It never really developed into full-blown sickness. And the other thing is that my libido in this past week has been insane, like way more than during the entirety of this test. I don't know if that's down to me maybe having a few less gym sessions and just having a little bit more energy in the tank again. I don't know, but when I say increase, like I have been really horny, and I'm aware that might be too much information for some of you, but given the timing of this being sort of 7 to 8 weeks in, I thought it was definitely worth noticing. I guess the most exciting thing right now is that I'm just about to do my blood test this morning and send it off. So this is going to give us hopefully some real concrete data on how this stuff has affected my testosterone levels. I started this whole thing because my test levels were lower than ideal. I'm so curious to see if these improvements have been if they're going to be reflected in the blood work. So I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much, but I can't help but be a bit excited to see the results, really. So yeah, looking ahead, my next video is going to be sort of a full rundown of my thoughts, the positives, the negatives, and of course the results from that test, which I will share with you, the good or the bad. That's sort of been my commitment from the start, is to give you the real story of my experience. I'm still planning to reorder Tongkat. As I said, I'm going to look at adding Fidodia Agrestis to the mix as well after a short break, see how that combination works. So yeah, before I wrap up, thank you to everyone who's been following along and sharing your own stories in the comments. And it's just so cool to sort of catch up with a lot of you and sort of inspire some people to start their own journey with it as well. I really hope that you get what you need from it, those who have started. And for those who have been following along, yeah, I can only apologise for the delay, but I'm back now and we're so close. Just realised I'm so red. Sorry, I've just been for like a stomping dog walk. But yeah, that's it for the 2-week update. 8 weeks done now. So if you've got any questions at all, pop them down in the comments and I'll get back to you. Yeah, and I'll be back as soon as I've got those. As soon as I got those results, I can't talk. Cheers, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.